it's kind of like saying like you come in with a resume and you have literally just like the basic stuff on there, and then you tell your employer, "Well, it's not my job to make myself look good. It's your job."
Recording in progress. Is that the new thing it says these days?
Yeah, and it sounds weirder than you used to just say like you're being recorded or whatever.
Yeah, you're now being recorded. Let you
Now
get
it's recording in progress.
yeah. Let you see the whole cast and Snoop and Pac praying up there. But welcome back to the Out of the Berg podcast. It's 2 out of the 4. Hopefully, well, we'll get Shamar back. Avery is a work in progress. He's coming. Don't worry, folks. He'll be back. But
we'll drag him back if we have to. I know we will.
Yeah, how you been, Chris?
I feel like I say it a lot, but I've been tired. I don't know. Maybe it's just the combination of work and trying to get these people to just let me take this class online real quick so I can hurry up and start taking this master's program.
I think yeah. That's what Shamar's working on too, right? His master's.
Yeah, he had a little extra work to do. That's why he's not here today.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are doing your thing with the masters. I honestly looking back, one of my teachers offered me. Well, he told me he was like, "Well, Peter, I think you're good enough. Try to do the master's program." But I wanted to get out of school so bad. You know what I'm saying at the time. So I was just like, I don't want to do another additional year.
Yeah, I feel you. And honestly, bro, if I didn't feel like I needed to get this master's, I wouldn't.
I feel like that.
School is not like learning is fun, but school is not fun.
Yeah, so I mean, going back, I'll probably be making way more money if I listen to that advice and contrary, but right now my focus is on getting this certified fraud examiner cert by sometime next year. It's like my main goal. So like I'm a member now, so I'm gonna be busy with that. So weekends I'm probably gonna be, I don't know when I'm gonna start, but I'm gonna start studying for that soon. So yeah, so I feel you, Chris. My week. What have I been doing this week? Shoot, just typical work, chiropractor. Nothing much more. Yeah, nothing much. Same old. My life hasn't been, occupied recently. So
most eventful. I feel you.
Yeah, but tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing something tomorrow. I'm gonna let you know if I regret it or not. Going to where I'm going to. But tomorrow I gotta be somewhere. But yeah, we are back with the show. What happened this week? Shoot. Music. Yes, well, before we get into the music, I want to touch on some sports. Yesterday, the Cowboys played the Bucks, and I think who else played? Was the Chargers and the Bears?
It might have been. I just knew about the Cowboys game.
How about the Cowboys? They lost yesterday.
Yeah, but wasn't Dak looking good yesterday too, though?
He was great. He looked great.
He had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked great, but they lost 29-28, I think.
Something like that. It was real close. It was like
a real close game. What I
27-28. Probably 28, I think.
28?
I think so.
Yeah, I watched the last 6 minutes of that game. So what happened was they were gonna what's it called? What's the team's name again? The Bucks. They were gonna ice that game for scoring a touchdown, and they fumbled like on the 2-yard line. And then Dallas got it back, got a field goal to go up by 1, 28-27. Go back to 28 to 26.
Yep.
And then, a lot of Cowboy fans thought they won, but they forgot who's sideline. Tom Brady does what he always does. Led a game-winning drive, and they kicked the game-winning field goal with 2 seconds left.
Shout out to that kicker for making it in the first game of the year, too. I literally only saw like the maybe last like 2 minutes of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't speak on everything I saw because I didn't watch the whole game. Granted, I watched a little bit more than you, Chris, but
yeah,
them Cowboys, man, they live up to it. Accident waiting to happen, man.
Mm-hmm.
They think
Then Jerry Jones said that they were. I think he said like they were David trying to go against Goliath or something like that. After he also said that they were like Super Bowl caliber teams.
See right there, Chris. See, this is the reason why no one likes the Cowboys. But that don't make no sense. Okay.
Right, he trying to make an underdog narrative after he already said like they're Super Bowl like ready. So they're gonna be at least like top 5 teams is what he's saying. At least in my mind, we say you're Super Bowl ready.
How many years have they been saying they've been Super Bowl ready?
Probably since I've been born.
Chris, how old are you? What year were you born?
94. The
last time they won a Super Bowl was in 95. And granted, we were in diapers, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so Super Bowl ready. Man, I don't know how long you can be Super Bowl ready. But they lost to the Super Bowl champions, Tom Brady and the Bucs. I mean, what do you think of them? Because they were a little sloppy.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody's kind of a little sloppy in that first game,
Yeah.
And so I never like have high hopes for it because like I don't really expect to see like truly high level play until like maybe mid season.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Because that's when you hit like that. Okay, my body's used to being smacked by human trucks, and it doesn't bother me anymore.
Okay, so what do you expect this Sunday? They got a couple of games. I don't know who's Pittsburgh playing. I mean, let me
guess mine. Hold on, let me check real quick.
Check who Pittsburgh is playing. Yeah, Heidelberg. Don't. Yeah.
Because for the most part, most of the stuff I've been doing is just looking at. We're playing the Bills, but I've been looking at stuff. All these memes with the Ravens.
Hey yo.
That's what I've been doing.
No, the Ravens, they're sign RG3 at least, man, because y'all ain't got like. I know they signed Le'Veon Bell, but like,
man, they're about to sign the Water Boy. So they
like, I think, is it their second or third string running back towards ACL?
Third string, I think.
And then the first 2 got hurt.
Yeah.
With different injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And homie, their cornerback towards ACL too. Oh Lord, they've been this. It sucks too because and don't get me wrong, Lamar's a great quarterback. He's not a great thrower.
Mm-mm.
So he needs that running game to take pressure off of him sometimes. It's gonna be hard for him to like do all of that this year.
Exactly. Like there's gonna be no play action in the offense right now, neither. Because are you handing the ball off to your fourth string running back, the dude you just picked up out of nowhere? And he probably and no offense to whoever takes over that role, because like for all I know, whoever takes over could have some type of freaky breakout year. Because I mean, you never honestly truly know. Everybody just needs an opportunity, but I'm gonna just for right now I'm gonna doubt it. I'm gonna doubt it and say he's not gonna be some type of freak that just came out of nowhere. So they're definitely gonna suffer for a while.
Yeah, shout out to Rodrigo, but
oh wait, no, you said they picked up Le'Veon Bell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't see Le'Veon having a breakout year like that. But I don't know.
He used to be on the Steelers. I just realized.
Yeah, he did used to be on the Steelers.
But yeah, shout out to Rob. I'm kind of seeing it's gonna be the year that Lamar gotta like, those quarterback years where you're just gonna be like, it's not gonna be a year.
Mm-hmm.
Not because you're not good, but it's just like so much things outside of your.
Yeah, I mean, like it's hard to compete when you're playing with like no depth in a whole position in football.
Yeah, bro, I'm a kid. I'm think Cleveland might blow up this year, yo.
What's that?
Cleveland.
Yeah, they might.
Odell. If Odell and Baker can figure that out, it's gonna be. But yeah, who Pittsburgh playing?
Bills.
Luck with that, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna write y'all off, but Josh Allen looks like has something to prove.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it neither. But I mean, I don't know, because I mean, like I don't never take preseason too serious, and I'll never take the first few games too serious. Maybe around let's say game 5, game 6.
Okay.
Like that's when you can be like, okay, I'm starting to see what these guys are really at.
Okay.
At least in my mind. I mean, sometimes, like people like, like they start strong and end strong. Some people, they just end strong. But to me, if usually teams around that game 4 or 5, maybe even 6, that's when you start to see like who they really are.
Okay. Okay. So you got your Steelers winning, or?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course,
But if you would predict the score, what'd you predict?
35-27.
35-27. Okay. Yeah, my Redskins are playing the Chargers. I forgot who the Bears played last night. I'll look that up, but I don't know, man. I always say with the Washington Football Club, you don't predict, you just watch. I mean, that's what it is. Like, I don't want to be. I know whenever I speak about the, you know me for a long time. Anytime I speak about the Redskins, or formerly known as the Redskins or Washington Football Club right now, it's always in a negative tone. I don't like to speak about them in that way, but it's like they've given me too much,
Yeah, no.
Bad material. So I say every year when they play, I just watch. I don't talk. But if I had to predict, we'll get the dub, maybe 24-17.
Wait, who y'all playing?
Chargers?
Yeah. I can see that.
24-17. I think for us to win that game, defense has to be on its toes, and Fitzpatrick just has to make just the right plays. But yeah. Like I said, especially when you're in the NFC East, which can be least sometimes. Last year people were saying, "Oh man, you don't believe in the Red." Last year, bro, I think we had there was a time where everybody was like 5-9 or so. It was like a tie for 4 and 8 at one point. While every other division had winning records.
Was that last year?
Yes, it was last year.
Last year?
Yeah, I think the division winner we were the division winners with a 7-9 record.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember looking at that last year.
It was last year was so bad.
I be mixing up my years now too. This COVID stuff, it got me wild out here. This COVID time. I'm thinking that was 3 years ago.
Honestly, yeah, but to be real with you, our division's kind of been because I remember there was a year an 8-8 record could win you that division. Yeah, it's not you mixing up your years. It's not. I don't blame you. I'll take Washington over. I'll take us over all of them because the Cowboys are the Cowboys. They'll find a way to mess up. The Giants. they don't know what to do. Like they've been like that for the past 2-3 years. Philly definitely doesn't know what to do. Like they thought they had Carson Wentz. Now they have Jason. Like I think they might be the worst team. If anything, the Giants are the one that like may shock everybody, but I got my team winning that division. So
Giants has got a history of just be like, you know what? We're just gonna wild out one time, then we're just not gonna be good for a while.
Yeah, that's
just how they do. They just gonna be like, how they even here, man?
If you realize something, right? you're completely spot on because the years they won the Super Bowl, they don't go back to the playoffs the next year.
No. I remember all those seasons like after they win that Super Bowl, they be like, Eli Manning's coming off a hot Super Bowl win and this, that, and the other, and he's getting waxed. He's just getting beat up. Just like you don't know if you belong here.
I haven't seen I haven't seen a team that's so like, and when they go on these like miracle runs, they're legit underdogs.
Yeah. Because like you said, like they usually don't have a great record.
No, they're like they go into and they beat Tom Brady twice, not once, twice. It don't make no sense, but the NFC East doesn't. The only consistent team in the NFC East is the Cowboys, and they're mediocre. They're just accident waiting to happen. Hype machine.
Shout out Dion.
Yeah. He's the only listen, I'll tell you, he's the only Cowboy fan that I like, that I'll talk positive about. That's the only thing about Dion that, I could just, you're Ghanaian, but you're a Cowboy fan.
Yeah. Makes up for it by being a Lakers fan. He's all right there.
Shout out to Dion, though. He's always welcome to come on the show. But, I think that's it for the NFL. Oh, NBA, Hall of Famers. I think they're getting inducted this week. Last year was a big one. Kobe. Well, they actually did it this year because last year they couldn't induct them.
Yeah.
So it was Kobe, rest in peace, our brother. Tim Duncan. I think was it Dirk? No. It was Tim Duncan, KG. I think those were the three.
Yeah,
those were the three got big.
I was about to say those are the only three I remember.
Yeah, Dirk and all of that. They got inducted, but this year it's the big names are Ben Wallace, Paul Pierce, Chris Bosh, Tony Kukoc, and Chris Webber.
You seen Paul Pierce still wilding out here?
Yeah, Paul Pierce needs the camera off of him, and when he just needs the camera off him, he's making himself look stupid. Like I get it. Like you can do whatever you want, but like what he said to it's not the 90s anymore, bro, or the early 2000s. You can't go to a girl and say you want moral support or you want something support or oral support. Like you can't say that. It's not the 2000s and the 90s. These days they're gonna like that could count as some type of sexual assault.
Yeah, because it'd be like the same dudes would be like they be on TV talking about like, if that was my daughter, I would never stand for that. But then he's gonna be on camera saying that to somebody. He's literally the type.
Yeah, like he needs to keep the camera off of him and just stay away, just relax. You know what I mean? Like we get it. Like you can have all your fun, but chill out.
And take some communication class because that's not how you talk to people.
That's not how you talk to females, period, in this era. Like, take lessons. Well, I would say take lessons from Boosie, but he has another thing. Take lessons from other people. Shoot, debate. Well, I don't know if he's learned his lesson either.
Yeah, but he's yet to be proven.
Just relax on here. They should be examples of how you shouldn't talk. But he's been inducted. But what do you think of these players? I mean, I know Paul Pierce, regardless of how he's acting now, man. Oh, I know you don't like Paul Pierce. We've had this.
Oh yeah. How you gonna be in a wheelchair? Then you gonna come back and hit a game winner?
I remember that too. I had the Lakers winning it that year too, so that was crazy. I think the Celtics won in 6 that year, 08. Then y'all met them again 2 years later, and y'all beat them in 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what's so crazy about that too? It's because that next year, it was when my parents got me the my first 2K game. I think it was first 2K that I ever had, and I was doing either my player or like whatever. Mm-hmm. Tell me why Paul Pierce also hit a buzzer beating on me the same way. And I was like, I hate Paul Pierce. I stopped playing the game for like a month. How does Paul Pierce do that? It's like it's the same way. It was the same way, Peter. I was sick. I like Sam. You can ask Sam, my brother. He was in there with me. He was just like, "What's wrong, Chris? What's wrong?" And it was just like, I hate Paul Pierce.
We need to get Sam while you tell us a story. But you know, when you say that, it instantly reminds me of my little brother.
Say it reminds you of who?
My little brother, because he's a Knicks fan, and Paul Pierce has. If he hasn't hurt the Lakers, he's hurt the Knicks. Like so it's a personal my brother literally thinks it's personal. For Paul Pierce plays. I remember one time they hit one game winner, and my brother he hit one game on the Knicks, and my brother was livid. And then a couple years ago, when he's retired, right? Mm-hmm. Jason Tatum hit another game winner, right? And then he dapped up Paul Pierce. My brother was like, "Fuck this."
He's paying people to do this.
So yeah, Paul Pierce. What I like about him, he is a stone cold killer. See what we're talking about, right? He don't care about your feelings. Mm-mm. I remember that like it's not him playing for the Celtics, but it was a game winner against Sarge Shamar the Raptors. Man, this guy got the ball, hit it, banked it in. Chris Broussard, who worked for ESPN, asked him, "You call bank?" He said, "I call game." I was like, "Yeah, that's."
I call game.
That brother's different. He's different. He's different. Paul Pierce, he's definitely a legend. Chris Bosh, what do you think of him?
I feel like it's deserved. I feel like he was an unsung hero of the NBA for a while, to be honest with you, because he was, up there in Canada, and until he went to Miami, I don't feel like a lot of people were like respecting his game.
Yeah, I feel that way too. But I feel, and this is a conversation people haven't had, I feel like he was the first dude to really get cyberbullied. Crazy. Yeah. Crazy. No one, people forget about how they used to cyber.
They used to go at him crazy.
They used to call him gay all the time. I'm like, all you people that are like woke about this, like homophobe, like, what were y'all for Paul? Not to say I'm like on the side, but he got it heavy. So like,
even like YouTube videos. Remember the I'm pretty sure you've seen it. The We Are Young Money.
I know that's yes. That's I know what they're talking about. There was another one. Where they used to do voiceovers for Paul Pierce.
On that. Oh yeah.
No, they made him so.
I remember that. I forgot about that till you said that.
Dylan used to send me those videos all the time. Oh my god, those videos are so hilarious. But yeah, Paul, shout out to Chris Bosh because he really contributed to he was very influential in LeBron winning those 2 rings, especially the second one. When he rebounded that and gave it to Ray Allen. So shout out to him, and he's a good dude. I don't like it when people like, I get it as a joke. I remember the thing that really got that thing like turning up was I don't forget which championship they won, but he sprayed the champagne on himself.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, and I never actually understood it either, because he actually used to give away a lot to like communities and stuff, like a lot, like millions of dollars, and they just out here just slandering this man's name. And he would do it anonymously given. Okay, so because he didn't want like people to just be like, oh well, Chris Bosh does this, Chris Bosh does that. Because he's not doing it for the notoriety. He's just doing it to do it.
Yeah. And one thing about Chris Bosh, he never responded to any of that. And Wayne went at him and said some stuff about his.
Yeah. Never. Did he say he was sleeping with Chris Bosh's wife or something like that?
He said that. But
Wayne forget that he's 5'5" and Chris Bosh is like 6'10", 6'11".
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Chris Bosh is a nice guy. He would never even do that, but
he could stomp on Wayne. Yeah. Literally.
Shout out to him, man. He's a legend. For the Heat, Raptors. Good for him. Tony Kukoc for the Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. He got hazed when he first got into the NBA.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen didn't like him at first because of some petty things, but
Yeah, I mean, but like back then, I feel like that was not excusing it, but I feel like it was like more regular back then.
Yeah, people don't. Yeah, back then
it was just like, I don't like you, so don't be on my team. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a terrible experience until you off the team.
Yeah, it was it was pettiness towards Jerry Krause because he offered him. It was gonna take him and pay him more than Scottie.
And
Scottie felt like, I gave 3 rings, and you're gonna pay this guy who's unproven to come in for more money than me. And Michael Jordan just didn't like him. He didn't care about what Scottie was caring about.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't like him because Jerry Krause liked him.
Yeah,
which should tell you a lot about Michael Jordan. But shout out to Tony Kukoc. He was very monumental in the Bulls' next 3 rings. Who else am I missing? Ben Wallace, man. I will tell you, I'll be truthful. I used to hate, not him specifically, but I hated that Piston team that won in 2004.
Oh yeah, I hated that team too. But I used to love Ben Wallace though.
I liked him personally, but I was like, why are you playing for this team though? But he fit very well.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But shout out to him. I don't know if I want to shout out to you winning that championship, but shout out to your contribution to that because you stopped Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody could. There's only a handful of people that can say they stopped Shaq in his prime.
Yeah. So
shout out to Ben Wallace, and then Chris Webber. He finally gets in. He should have been in to me.
Yeah. But like sometimes they just be like, this guy's like always on the cusp, but never really there.
Yeah, I think they didn't. This is my thought of Chris Webber. I think because of the whole Fab Four thing.
Oh.
The whole scandal with the NCAA and all of that. I think that's the reason why they, kind of like T.O. You know how they did T.O. for a while?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the way he didn't like the the beef. It kind of took a while before they put him in. I think that's the reason for Chris Webber, because he should have been in. He's crazy good, especially when he was the Kings.
Mm-hmm.
He was really good. But shout out to him. Shout out to all of them, man. All legends. All Black people we love. But we're going to have to speak on this. We talked about this last week, and me and Chris kind of had a little back and forth going on about this. But Ben Simmons is having an official holdout. He's holding out on the team. He's quoted to, this is one of the quotes that really kind of got me like, okay. It's not his job to raise his value. That's what he allegedly told the 76ers. And the communication is very vague and very strained right now. So it's looking like he's not going to return to training camp, and there's going to be there's going to be more layers to this as it develops. But Chris, what do you feel before I go in? Because you can go. I'm I have my thoughts, but I want to hear yours first.
All right. Well, that's kind of crazy. He said he wouldn't. It's not his job to raise his own value. It's kind of like saying like you come in with a resume and you have literally just like the basic stuff on there, and then you tell your employer, "Well, it's not my job to make myself look good. It's your job." That doesn't make sense. That's not how that works. It's like there's no it's not like and he even has like the like the ability to have like intangibles show there, and he doesn't have any tangibles to show. So he's just like being like, it's not my fault that I look bad. It's your fault. It's like, well, they like granted, yeah, they could have maybe coached you better, utilized you in a different way, whatever. But you're still like the product. You have to sell yourself. If nobody wants you, then nobody's gonna pick you up.
Is that all you have to say, Chris?
Yeah.
That you finish up. How do I say this very nice? I'm gonna try and be nice. Okay. I get it. You know, it's at a point where you have to go. 76 no, they have to trade you. We saw what happened in the playoffs. Business is business. You're trying to do business, you're trying to conduct business. However, how can you're trying to get traded and you're doing this? You want to leave. Teams are watching how you are handling this. You think they want to trade for you after hearing this? This isn't like fuck basketball.
When's his contract up?
He signed an extension to a few years ago, which is like $200 like something $1 million.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get paid. So it's not
regardless.
Fuck the money. And
how much is guaranteed?
A lot. It's a lot. Like he signed a big extension. So for me, at this point, fuck the money, fuck the business, fuck the basketball part of it right now. It's his attitude. Like what I'm seeing from these new age athletes is very concerning. Like, fine, they could have utilized you better. You know, Doc Rivers was a horrible coach in those last 3 games. I'm not even gonna like the Philly got their shit to deal with. But as a basketball player, you gotta know like there's a way to do business, there's a way to move, there's an attitude you have to have. You have to want this. These teams that are seeing you act like this, they think you're just not watching them playing basketball. What would you think of this guy?
I would think he's nuts. Who complains to their employer saying, "Hey, I know y'all want to get rid of me, but y'all gonna have to make me look good before you do that." Like that's,
and it speaks to this era.
It makes sense.
It speaks to this era of passive aggressiveness. I have money because you see this, and that's the difference between this generation. This is why the past generation has issues, y'all, because y'all get the money, don't know how to act, post videos of your Ferrari and your whatever, and you post videos of yourself shooting, but don't do it in the game. This is why the old era has a beef with y'all, because y'all want to get everything and not put in the work for it. Prime example. And this is the problem I have with him. You want to show yourself shooting for the last 3 summers, but never actually do it in the game.
Yeah.
And then fine. I like last y'all talked about, you know, the technicalities, coaching has to be better. Philly as an organization isn't great. But any team that's looking, fuck Philly, forget Philly. Any team that's looking at you, that wants you, you think they're going to want you after you passed up a dunk? And then you're telling them they have to put your value up? How?
Because, I think he thinks he's James Harden. Like how James Harden was kind of like, just slugging around. But he doesn't. James Harden is still James Harden. James Harden was still getting James Harden like numbers and stuff.
Listen. We've criticized James Harden for his lackluster performances, right?
Mm-hmm.
For not showing up or whatever. James Harden will shoot 20 fucking times.
Mm-hmm.
He will miss or whatever, or you feel that, there was...
And draw 15 fouls.
He'll draw 50. He'll do something. He'll pass the ball. He'll do something. You will never accuse James Harden of not being able to being scared of shooting. That's what he does. You haven't done a fraction of what James has done. But you have the money. And that's the problem. You give these kids these money, you give them, they think they like entitled, privileged, and you say stuff like this. Like it's ridiculous. I hate this is why I champion Jimmy Butlers and the Kobe's, because a guy like him does not care about winning. All he cares about is looking pretty on Instagram and having a Ferrari, and then showing people. How the fuck you gonna show people you can shoot in a gym full of bums, but you don't want to do it in a game? Make that make sense.
He's like, I look good at the YMCA though. Y'all ever play me in the YMCA? I'm balling there, man. They ain't never seen nobody like me in there before.
Listen, and people may say I go out light skin. Forget all that. Steph Curry, Trae Young, all these dudes, Clay, they do that in the gym with bums, and they do it in the actual games. This kid just, I don't know, man. This generate like he our age, right? He was, I don't know.
Man. I think he's around our age.
I don't know, man. However that situation ends, hopefully it ends well. Ben, from what Hall of Famers are saying, from what I'm saying, from Chris, how you feel, you're not going to be a great player if this is what you're doing, man. This is not on the rail. This is going to get you out the league. Because right now, they're saying Cleveland and Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
You go there, you get traded, and you don't pick it up in those markets, especially in Cleveland. You're done.
I was about to say, if he gets sent to Cleveland, I don't see him making it out, to be honest.
He's done. If Cleveland picks him up, he's done. He won't be an all-star. He'll just be an average basketball player, and he will do So he won't even it is what it is with dude.
But make sure he don't get no kids quick neither, because his money gonna run out quick that way.
Yeah, I mean the Kardashian traded you, so 76ers can do. Hey, yo, enough of that. Yeah. And you're a Princess boy. I just end by that. I should have gave you Bozo of the Week this week. Just all about. I said I'm gonna be nice. I'm trying to get off a new leaf, because if I give him Bozo of the Week, tomorrow gonna come on here and say, "Oh man, you're always picking on the light skins." No, you know what I'm saying. So I said I'm gonna chill out. We're gonna talk about this smoothly, but let's leave let's leave him alone, and he'll figure it out. But now we get on to the music talk. Baby King released the album today. I listened to some of it. I like what I'm hearing from Baby King. If Chris, you heard it,
I heard it all.
You heard it all. What do you think?
Well, it's a pretty straight album. It's pretty straight. I'm not gonna lie to you, but there was maybe two skips. Maybe two skips on there.
Okay.
Not bad.
I'm gonna give it more of a thorough review. Because I like Baby Kim. These are the dudes from he's younger than us, and look at the type of music he putting out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like to do the whole generational divide, but some of you dudes, man, that are our age, But
I think there was one song on there that, other than like the Kendrick ones, and other than the Travis Scott one, I think it was Scars. I think that's one that stood out to me. I think that was just him by himself, but I like that one, I think.
Yeah, let me look at
if I'm thinking of the right one. I listened to like 2 albums today.
Okay, let me think of the track listing. Let me look. Baby King. Hope it don't take too damn long because I listened last night to a certain. I don't even think I got to hit half of the album. I think I liked Issues.
Issues.
Yeah, that was a record I liked a lot when I heard that. It's he has different flows. He plays with different. What I like about Baby Keem, he plays with different flows.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Different rhymes.
That way, like when you listen to like a whole album, you don't get bored of it.
Yeah.
As opposed to like when my is Javon could tell you about this, but when, like he would play like Future in his car and it was just me and him. Sometimes if I wasn't paying attention, I couldn't tell if the like song changed because like it's the same beat. It's just like they changed it ever so slightly. I'm just like, how's this song going on for 10 minutes? It was like, this is 3 songs. I'm like, oh, okay.
Never again. You said that about Joe. I think about 2-3 years ago. It's been that long. One of his albums came out. I forgot which one it was. 2-3 years ago. He played like half of it in the car, and it was like the same song playing like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the Future, man. He really, and I really think that him telling me this is the Future is just off the hype of Future.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really like a thing because I can't do it.
Every time somebody defends Future, though, they be like Dirty Sprite 2. I'm just like, well, this is not Dirty Sprite 2.
Dirty Sprite 2, I'll give you that. That's a good album.
Mm-hmm.
Future's he's not an album artist, bro. That's just one damn album. Not one album, to be real with you. A lot of the songs do sound the same on that album as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like, it's just that they sound really good. That's the difference, but with Baby Keem, I like this project. I see a lot of influence from Kendrick himself.
Yeah.
As you see what I like is the first 6 I heard, you hear like I said, different flows, different patterns. He's a producer too, so you see what he does with his production, how he makes his voice sound on certain records.
Yeah.
The things that Kendrick be doing, he be doing.
Mm-hmm. Like the way even when my brother came in while I was listening to it, he was just like, wow, he did that like Kendrick. And I'm sure he knows who Baby Keem is now, but like he was just like, that is that Kendrick? Because that kind of felt like a Kendrick.
Yeah. I would say this is good so far, but I do think that when I finish listening to it, I'll give my overall review. But I think if he keeps this up, he could somewhat put himself in a box. I don't want him to put himself in, because people could be like, well, Kendrick. They could put him in that Kendrick box, but it's still good music.
Yeah.
I don't really care. So shout out to Baby Keem.
Oh, have you heard I don't know if you listened to it, but Little Sims? Nah. Have you heard her album?
No.
That was pretty good too.
Little Sims?
Mm-hmm.
I'll peep. I don't think I've heard.
She's a UK rapper.
UK. Oh, nice.
Very nice, yeah.
I'll see my cousin because he's from the UK if he listens to it.
I've never met anybody that dislikes Little Sims. I don't think.
Okay. Also, I'll hit Suave about that too.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Who else has dropped? Oh, Big Boy, he dropped a great record.
Oh yeah. The one you sent me earlier this week.
Yeah, that was a good. I like that record.
Yeah. It was Sleepy Brown. Huh?
I mean, him, Killer Mike, and Sleepy Brown.
Yeah.
The record sounds very nostalgic.
Very nostalgic. Like as soon as you heard it, because like when I clicked it before I actually saw like who was on it, I just saw I literally just saw Killer Mike on it. And then like I heard this song, just like, man, this felt like Outkast, like crazy. And then like I'm just listening, oh, that's Big Boy. Like, oh, this is okay. And then I had to like look at like what you actually sent me again. I was like, wow.
That and what's the other project? Andre on Donda. Wow, he was supposed to be.
He's supposed to be on Donda.
The song Drake leaked. What do you think about that verse?
I didn't hear it.
I'll send it to you.
All right.
That has to be. I'm talking verses of the year. That's up there.
For Andre?
Of this year, some of the best verses I've heard this year. This has to
Yeah,
be
no, because I saw where he was talking about like he didn't do it to drop no disc or anything like, or I said disc, to drop a disc on nobody, because he loves them both. He's not out here trying to make no beef. He thought this was
yeah.
just like gonna be a song about, like their mothers. His mom died in 2013.
Yeah.
He tried to do something dedicated to his mother. And then like he heard it, and was just like, oh, this is a diss track.
Yeah, yet again, Kanye, I don't know what's wrong with that dude. I was talking about him, and because of how he is now, and we'll there's some questions that are gonna ask us in here. He's really affecting his. Well, I don't think he's affecting his catalog, but people are starting to like view him in a different light, his overall legacy. But any other music projects you can think of that you heard?
None notable that I can think of.
Oh, Aaliyah's last project is available now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So Rock the Boat is back on all services. Rock the Boat. Well, everything she put out is back now, but they released them in different increments. But the last album she dropped before she passed is back on streaming services. So I've been listening to some of those tracks. Man, she made some great man.
Yeah, she did.
It was 20 fucking 2, bro.
She's here for a short time, but real impact.
Like, you gotta realize, even forget the weird nigga, he's in jail, but she was 15 when she recorded those songs, 18 when she like started working with Timbaland, and that to like, oh, she was out of here, bro. So rest in peace to her, man. It's so sad.
Yeah, because like, and I know you can't say this for all artists, but like hers is literally like timeless music, because it's just like a lot of people, like when, or not, a lot of people, like when artists die, they start to play their music onto like the radio or whatever more, or you hear more just like somebody's rotation or whatever. You can literally say for hers, because like even when I was in high school, you could still hear Rock the Boat on the radio. And, like it's and you're not even thinking about it, because it's just like something you can hear just randomly at any time.
Yeah, Rock the Boat, that song has a certain feel. I don't want to be one of those spiritual and like, but it's like, if you leave in this world, that's like all like the perfect song to remember her by. Because of the way of, I don't know, that just for me, the way the song comes on, but oh damn, like, the conversation would be so different right now if she was alive, but it is what it is. Let me look at my phone. This is the lady called Cleo Soul.
Cleo Soul. Yeah, she was featured on the album I was just telling you about for Lil Simmons.
Listen, she has an album called Mother.
Yeah, I was supposed to listen to that too.
That is, people don't make music like this. That is really good. This is good. This is special. This is.
Said it's stressful.
Special.
Oh, special. I was about to say, I don't know if I want to listen to it stressful.
No. It's special. Special. Also, Duval and Boosie put out a song out. It's a good song. It's good.
What is it though? I haven't heard it.
I don't know if I can play it. Let me see if I can play it. Let me play it.
Can I put a smile on your face? Can I make you feel sexy? Can I put a smile on your face? Sexy. Come on, let me put a smile on your face. So sexy. Put a smile on your face.
That's
Lil Duval be making his money off these little songs, and he just dip out of nowhere.
Yeah, like it's a good. It sounds. I love the sample, by the way. He used a great sample, but it's good. Like, this is a good song. So I like the record. Yeah, shout out to Duval. He always be making some good, good records, feel good records. But speaking of, feel good, this next Verzuz that's coming up, Ja Rule versus Fat Joe. Boy, oh boy, this is interesting. Let me see what the poll is at right now, because
Last time I checked, Fat Joe was losing.
Right. He was losing, which is kind of shocking to me because,
right?
Yeah, he's still losing. So 58% to Ja, 42 to Fat Joe. This is an interesting one. These two are very they have very timeless music. I always say Ja Rule was one of the most polarizing artists ever.
Yeah.
Off the fact that one year people loved him, the next year people hated him like he was the worst thing that came on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's interesting. It's very interesting. I personally, if you ask me who I liked better, I'll probably tell you Ja Rule because of his run. I was more of a bigger Ja Rule fan when I was a kid, but Fat Joe has a longer list. Like if Ja Rule kept going, you know, 50 Cent had a lot to do with him stopping. But if he kept going, because when Ja was going, he was going. He had a lot of good records to still compete. But my thing is when he starts playing the newer stuff like All the Way Up, and like what's the record with Chris Brown that came out a couple of years back? Another round, like another round, like he got more current stuff. That's the only thing that's the only reason why I think Fat Joe's gonna win. Because he has more stuff currently that, will knock.
Yeah.
He has more recent hits.
I don't even know if he would play that in Verzuz, to be honest.
You don't think he's gonna play All the Way Up?
Oh, all the way up. Yeah.
He'll play definitely. That's a recent one. That's what.
Yeah. He will play All the Way Up.
He may or may not play another round with Chris.
No, I don't see him playing that. Because like I know it's not gonna be like the same, but it's gonna be like a New York type battle to me. So I feel like they're gonna be on the stage again.
Yeah, they are, but
I can't see Fat Joe being on the stage having a Chris Brown song play. I mean, he could. Don't get me wrong. I don't know him personally to say he would or he wouldn't, but I can't see.
You gotta look at it with them. Well, Fat Joe earlier in his career, he was making the Murder You, Shoot You, like Robbie records.
Mm-hmm.
And then like after he signed Pun and after Pun passed away, he made feel good music like What's Love and Lean Back and all of that. So
Lean Back used to be one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, Lean Back. Oh, Ja, you ain't got a record that fucking. I mean, Always on Time is the biggest one I could think of that. Mm-hmm. But still, I don't think.
Honestly, to me, Ja Rule was like the. In my head, this is how I remember the difference between Ja Rule and DMX when I was in like second grade. Ja Rule be singing and DMX be barking.
Yeah, like it's a funny. Like Ja Rule and DMX, they had a beef because people used to always say that Ja was biting his style or they sounded alike. But I could always tell the difference because of the type of music. But
it was easy to tell on type of difference. And DMX ain't really singing on those songs like that. Ja Rule out here trying to sing.
Yeah. But I think initially, because when Ja first came out, he wasn't doing the singing records. He was doing like the hardcore. So people got them mixed up. And then he did the singing records, and then people were like, "Oh, this is Ja, this is DMX." But I do think this could help Ja Rule, and this could also hurt him. Because, like I said, he's very polarizing. Because of who. Yeah.
Does it to himself too, though.
Huh?
So I feel like he does it to himself too. Wasn't he the one that did that, what was it, Fire Island or whatever it was?
Yeah, but I personally wouldn't say do it to himself. I just say like timing. Everything's timing with him. Like, because that wasn't his fault necessarily. He was just messing with the wrong people, and the timing of that was just horrible.
Still though, I mean, like you make a bad business investment. Who you blaming? The guy. I mean, like, yeah, you can blame the guy who you invested your money with, but like, you still gave him your money.
I mean,
That was just a bad decision you made.
My only out for him is if we doing business. Well, I could be doing business with anybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
This happens to everybody. If I'm doing business and somebody's doing a crime, I'm not associated with that. I'm just doing the bit like, and people fall into that all the time. So my thing was with my only gripe with him is like, do your research.
Yeah, and I mean like, but you gotta understand too. Like people are still gonna remember him as being the Fire Island guy.
That's the thing where it's like, that's why I say with him, it's like he over like I would say it's like it's ever since 50 did what he did to him, he can't catch a break whenever he tries to do something genuine. Because he tried to do something genuine, and then people it just flips.
Am I saying that right? Was it Fire Island?
Yeah, Fire. It was a Fire Festival.
Fire Festival. That's what it was. Okay.
Fire Festival. So, regardless of like how 50 did him when he came out, and even everything after, like I remember he did a like he was a joke, like he did a commercial for like Agayo, those Greek.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it was a commercial, and it was a commercial to raise money for a business, and people flipped it like homie fell off, and he's doing the commercials for a local. And they created memes, and 50 Cent even chimed in. I was like, see what happens when you mess with me. You do commercials for local guys. I'm like, yo, but he got what he wanted. He raised money for what's it called? That business, and it was during COVID, so he helped a business. So he was trying to do something genuine.
Yeah,
but like that's why I say he's polarizing. Like, so this Verzuz could help him, or it could hurt him. I don't know. That's the thing with me and John. When it comes to his music, I rock with him, but I don't know, man. But also to add to the 50 thing, like 50 also did like a couple years ago. I don't know if this is true or not because 50 is crazy. Like he allegedly paid.
Oh, where he brought out the front row,
yeah, so it could be empty. Which I'm
thinking, still gets that money though.
That's my problem. Like,
it's not like he bought out the stadium,
but I hope 50 just stays out because people were saying a better matchup was 50 Cent versus Ja Rule, and I'm like, hell no. I love Ja, but he's not gonna get washed because of the song. He's gonna get washed because of the energy.
Yeah. And 50 really don't get tired. He probably gonna have a writer on deck coming up with jokes against him.
50 Cent will do a Verzuz with just Ja Rule diss records.
Mm-hmm.
No. I like this for Ja Rule. Him and
come up with a new one there on the spot. Out of spite and hate.
Crazy. Yeah, I always say Ja Rule, I rock with you. Stay the fuck away from that nigga because that dude, he can't even do a Verzuz with like he beefs with his own kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a different dude. Like we didn't even mention this. Michael K. What's the dude that passed? The dude that the fentanyl thing.
What is his name?
Michael K. Williams. Michael K. Williams.
Yeah.
Michael K. Williams.
Yeah.
So
that same way DMX did.
And he did a DMX tribute.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? So the whole thing, like we're still on the Fatu and Ja Rule, but the whole thing with 50 and Michael K. Williams to me was really like showed me who 50 is. This man passed away, and he used this guy's death to promote his show. And then after that, he doubled down and was like, he's friends with my enemy. 50 Cent has an enemy called Jimmy Henchman. And 4 years ago, Michael K. Williams defended him. So 50 was like, oh, look, your man no deed. Like,
yeah,
yo, like you can't.
I like, to be honest though, I don't get why people are like shocked or odd when 50 does something like that, because like he's been shown the type of person he is. So I mean, like he's got time for hate or whatever,
But yo,
all day. You don't get tired of it.
For me, like I get it, dog. A lot happened to you. The thing with Ja Rule and the Preem team or whatever, that you got shot 9 times. But when you post stuff like, yo, your man OD'd, and you use a TV show, you use this man's death to, people will be like, yeah, I understand why you got shot 9 times.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. Like, what type of dude? That's like, even if you had a problem with Homeboy, don't talk about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 50, I don't know, man. But back to the Ja Rule, Fat Joe. I'm gonna pick Fat Joe, but Fat Joe wins by 2 songs.
2 songs?
Yep.
I'm gonna say Fat Joe wins by 4.
By 4? Hopefully it's a good versus for Ja Rule's sake. I hope he gets some form of redemption. I just hope it's good. Shout out to J-Lo and Ashanti, because you're gonna hear them a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fat Joe by 2. Chris got Fat Joe by 4. So yeah. So what's after this? Well, we got our weekly question. Let's see what we got here. Give me a second, Chris.
We brought back them weekly questions.
Yeah,
I think we had a good bit of them.
Yeah.
I sent them to like 10 or 15 people. Shout out everybody who sent them back.
Yo, I'm gonna ask one. Yo, you know what? There's one question in here. I'm gonna shout somebody out after this. But damn, these people keep wanting to talk about this. Okay, because there's 2 questions about this. Donda versus Certified Lover Boy. Again.
What about it? Just which one's better?
Which one is better? And I mean,
though, to be honest, I mean, like, we can compare them, but being real, basically 2 different genres of music there. And if we're going off of pure execution of it, I think Drake executed better. I appreciate what Kanye was doing, but it didn't really feel like he put in the effort for it. Like, or rather, not necessarily the effort, because there was a lot of stuff on there. There was some good songs on there. But he did, I guess you could say, too much. He could have cut that. He could have cut it by 10 songs and would have been considerably better, I think. And maybe, I don't know, maybe a lot less of the cussing. I know I sound like somebody's grandpa or something, you know, talking about all this cussing on. Like, but if you're gonna do something, like, actually do it.
I mean, the curses were bleed, but
I know, but still, like it's not like we're in middle school no more, and we, like, our parents are letting us listen to like the clean version or something, or we listen to like the radio. Like, we know what this is. Like, that was his official version. Like, they were saying those words. We're not. It's not like we're not paying attention to not know.
All right, yeah. This talk is kind of like, you know, people are gonna keep asking about this. So, it's Certified Lover Boy for me. You know, Certified Lover Boy, and you know, Donda. You know, like I've said that I was talking to somebody. I was talking to, I think, Raul or somebody in the group chat. Like about 10 years, almost, no, not 10 years. Oh, well, more past 10 years, but they were doing the whole thing with him and 50 dropped, I think, Graduation and Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
And Graduation beat 50, you know. So I was like, wow, look now, it's Drake beating Kanye. Like the new era, like kind of like a passing of the torch or something like that. But it's getting to a point like with Ye, and I'm starting to see it. This is affecting how people view his music overall and his catalog. Because although I think Certified Lover Boy is better than Donda, you can't tell me Drake's catalog is better than Ye's.
No.
You can't, but because of this this album, which is, you know, to his mother, respect.
Mm-hmm.
In the past 3, people gonna start saying Drake's catalog is better. Watch.
Yeah.
And they start.
You know what's so crazy about it? It's like what was that song with Jay-Z and Kanye? Was that Jail?
Yeah.
Like neither of them went crazy on that, but that was a good song. If he had and you know, neither one of them was saying nothing wild on it. They had an album with that type of styling on it. This might be a different conversation right now, to be honest with you. It's not like they snapped on it. It's not like they went wild. Just a good song.
And that's what I'm saying with Ye is like this album and the way it's just long and feels like his performance as a rapper isn't good. It's starting to affect how people view his cat. Because I don't care what you say. This Donda, cool, whatever is good music. Yeah, I'll give it a 6. It's trash compared to Late Registration.
Yeah.
And College Dropout and Graduation.
And you know what I think the problem is? I think he wants to do just too much on one thing.
You hit the note very well. You hit
because it's not even like well, this is too different here, this is too different. He's just trying to do entirely too much.
And that's the thing with Ye, because it really contradicts what he was doing 2 years ago. 2 years ago, he was putting albums out that were 7 songs and 9 songs.
His and Pusha T. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you see how like he always. And then 2 years ago, it was like he was on some weird mental health struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Did a song with Lil Pump, which was very like vulgar. Then does a Christian album. Then does a album dedicated to his mom. 27 songs. I don't get. Like, I don't know what's with dude. Like it's like he wakes up in the morning and says, "Hey, let's do this."
Yeah, pretty much. Like, don't get me wrong. Like the sentiment and the creativity is all there. It's just entirely too much for one project, though.
Yeah. I always say I'll stand on this. I'm gonna say it now. Regardless of what he's putting out now, his first 6 albums, the first 5, there is no one in hip hop, including Kendrick, because Kendrick got to put out more, and J. Cole, that can mess with that. You can't give me a rapper that had first 5, 6 albums like that. So,
but Kendrick doesn't have 5.
Yeah, let him keep going, but
we don't count mixtapes.
No, but you know, this is affecting. Yeah, I'll give him that. But Certified Lover Boy, I'll give it to Drake. You know, he's and one thing, although I make jokes about him and all that, Drake knows how to give, regardless of whatever criticism you have, he never shortchanges you on what he does.
Yeah.
He gives you what he gives you. You know what I'm saying? And he knows he's gonna get criticized. The thing is, he knows.
Yeah, but I mean, like, for all the criticism he gets, he's still gonna be like number one because people had to listen to it.
Yeah. So shout out to Drake, and it's not bad. And the thing with it, it's not as bad. Like it's not bad.
No.
You know. So shout out to him. I know Shamar would have loved to have this combo again. But like I said, Shamar, Kendrick is coming. I'll leave that there. I'm gonna always say that. You guys get so excited about Homeboy like it's over.
Mm-hmm.
May have got Kanye, but Kendrick's coming. But here's a good one. Did you guys see the Steve from Blue's Clues new video?
Yeah. That
was cool.
Yeah. Made me feel good inside.
I like that.
I was talking to somebody, I'm not going to disclose who it was, but they were like, that's not Steve. It's like, yes, it is. You can Google it. Like, nah, that's not Steve. Like they were in denial about it.
Hey, give me 1 second. Let me write you something. Give me 1 second.
You're gonna guess it right. You're gonna guess it right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say the name, but I guess they're right, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I liked it. Blue's Clues was that was one of my favorite shows as a kid. It came out right before Dora, right?
Yeah.
Right before Dora. Yeah, that was a good show. I liked it. It was real.
Yeah.
Real,
So he was out here teaching you life lessons before you even knew what you was doing.
Yeah. So it was real. It was like, hey man, I'm in college. You guys have had college. You've had loans. You're living life now. It's not easy. So yeah, I liked it. It was dope. So shout out to the person that asked this question. This took me back, man. Let me see why they were. Oh. Well, Chris, you got an individual question.
Oh.
Well, we have a football question here. Who's winning the Super Bowl?
Who's winning the Super Bowl?
Yeah, you go, Chris. You go.
Oh, that's for me?
It's for both of us, but there's another question for you personally.
Wow. Who's winning the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I were to say. Well, I think I already said. I'm looking at Mahomes to bring it home this year, but I'd be lying if I said Tom Brady is never a factor. But I'm still say Kansas City Mahomes is a safe bet.
My homeboy, you good, but I'm rolling with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. They're gonna do it this year. Aaron Rodgers is gonna figure it out because he was so close last year.
Mm-hmm.
Because of I don't know who to blame for that, but he was so close last year, so he'll get there this year because Aaron Rodgers deserves it. He deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
But I got the Packers. What is the next one? Well, Chris, you got an individual one for yourself. Chris, your top 3 animes you've seen in 2021.
Top 3 anime I've seen in 2021. I'm gonna just leave this to anime that came out in 2021 too, just to make it more diverse, I guess.
Okay.
Because I could say like the One Pieces and the My Heroes or whatever, all that stuff, but I'm gonna leave those out of it. So I'm gonna say Vivi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 8686.
Okay.
And what's another one that I've seen for the first time this year? And hold on, let me look at my list real quick because I'm having a brain fart.
Shout out to the cast. Up in the law.
Oh, this one kind of funny. Life lessons with Uramichi.
Okay.
that one's funny.
All right. Okay. Those are the 3. All right. I'll give you that. Our next question. Favorite adult animated series? I'm going to go Family Guy.
Family Guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say American Dad.
Okay. That's an interesting question. Seems like everyone's got a chicken sandwich now, but who has the best? I'll go Chick-fil-A.
I say Popeyes.
Popeyes?
That spicy chicken sandwich.
Okay. Yeah, that chicken sandwich. I mean, I felt like it was overhyped when it came out. Just for people. The reason why I say that is because y'all are causing traffic because of this sandwich.
Oh yeah. Hey, when that was first coming out, I live over by Popeyes. It was kind of, like 5 minutes down the way from me, really. Traffic out into the street from the drive-through. Like to go home, I had to drive past the The Popeyes. I'm sitting here thinking I'm waiting on the light. I'm like, it's a long line for the light. They in line waiting for Popeyes. Like, what is going on?
Yeah,
that joint going crazy, man.
Okay, so you said Popeyes. I say Chick-fil-A. Oh, another question: Brady or LeBron?
Who's better?
It was just Brady or LeBron. I didn't say who's better. I didn't give any context. It's Brady or LeBron.
I guess I kind of guess it like depends on like which way you're looking at. Who means more to the sport currently? I would say LeBron is basketball right now. I don't know necessarily if Tom Brady is football. Like he's a huge part of football, but I don't know if he's Mr. Football himself right now. But LeBron is basketball.
You could say that, but I could say for the two of them, they're not considered even the best right now. I don't think LeBron's considered the best basketball player as of right now. You could say when he gets in the league.
No, but I'm talking about like as of right now.
What, totality or just like?
I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about like, I'm not saying he's the best basketball player to ever live. I'm saying like right now, when kids talking about basketball, they talk LeBron's going to always be in their conversation.
Okay. That's what I mean, I'm gonna go Brady just off the fact of winning. You know, I always go off the fact of winning. And it's not even just the winning; it's how you respond to L's. I feel like the way Brady responds to L's is a little different. There always has to be a narrative to him.
Yeah, there's always a narrative.
There's always some narrative in basketball, and I granted, listen. I'll say this: these days, basketball players have the power to fight media when the media talks about them, which is good. But some of them abuse it, and LeBron is one of those. So I'm gonna say Brady because no one even remembers he lost to Philly.
Yeah.
If you look at his resume, he has 3 L's. The ones people will talk, the one that's glaring is the Giants, but he always responds. He never has a narrative to protect him.
Yeah, I'll say this too. I guess to be more clear in my answer, like who's more synonymous with the sport? I think LeBron's more synonymous with basketball than Tom Brady is with football. But who is like the more prolific in this sport? Tom Brady.
Okay, that's a good answer. I think LeBron, for me, is just he's a better. He can do a lot more from talent as an athlete and talent. And he surpassed Tom Brady, but Tom Brady just knows what to do to win. And that's what, that's just where I, because came from nothing, honestly. Like, it was a 6-rounder.
Yeah.
I'm on 7 Super Bowls. That should tell you like the grind, but I'll pick Brady. You got Brown. So last question. Shout out to Gerard. And this is
this Gerard question?
Yeah. I shouted him out because we need to get him on that one episode one of these days. Just check up on him.
Still some of the plants at his garden too.
Yeah. How straight are Peter's glasses? Are they still crooked? Gerard. We'll give if the fans listen to an earlier episode, I think either the second or third episode of this podcast, they know the story, but my glasses are fine. I get it, yeah. One day we'll have a reunion episode to talk about that. Who was there?
Basically everybody.
Was Jerm still there?
Yeah. It was pretty much everybody.
Okay, it was everybody. One day we'll have like a day we'll talk about all those adventures. But shout out to Gerard for asking, I think that's the last question of the day. And my glasses are fine. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure those aren't the same ones anyway. So.
No, this I don't want to. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna see the brand because oh Peter, you got money, man. You got money. I'm gonna come asking for some change now. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna say the brand. But anything else you want to get off your chest before we end the show?
Not that I can think of right now. Oh, go listen to that new Lil Sims album because that was good. Okay. Everybody.
Oh, there's one thing. Rest in peace, Michael K. Williams.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I know I talked about you briefly with the whole 50 Cent thing, but he was a great actor. He played Omar in The Wire. Had a couple of good roles. Also, what's sad about me with him is they said he prior to the DMX tribute he did, they said he was very likely to do a DMX biopic. And he did the tribute, which was dope and passive, you know, of a similar thing. So rest in peace to him. He's a legend. You know, all love here. And one thing I didn't, but I think the BET Hip Hop Awards shared a list of nominees. I think we'll talk about that next episode because there are a couple categories that I'm interested. I'm gonna keep them up with that because that just came out. But that is it for the show. You can catch us on YouTube, 315. We'll be on all podcast services Monday, midnight, you know. But for some reason, Apple has been a little bit weird. Like we'll drop it, we'll put it out at midnight, we'll say it's at on midnight, and it'll come out a little later. So if you see a delay on Apple, just know it's not on our end. It's been a technical difference. They've just been playing. I don't know what. But on all other platforms, it will be on at 12. It will be on midnight. But yeah, so for the social media, Out of the Berg, IG, Out of the Berg Pod, Twitter. My personals at Kofi Pita on IG, Pita Kofi on Twitter. Chris?
You can catch me at Chris Kelly 57 or Chris Kelly _57 on Twitter, and no, it's Big Chris _ Bro, how am I still messing this up? I have not switched my Twitter in like, I don't know, ever, I don't think. It's Big Chris _57 on Twitter. And IG is Everybody Loves Chris.
Like I always say, stay black, stay woke, stay safe.
Bye. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Out of the Berg podcast. We're available on all podcasting platforms, and we ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever we release a new video. And as always, we like you, we love you, but we gotta go. Bye.